Okay, it is Sunday.
Another Pleasant Valley Sunday. Charcoal burning everywhere.
October 30th is a beautiful fall day, 63 degrees, and the color's really coming in now. Not much time left until it's all bare in here. And try to get every week, but last week I ended up missing a week again.
Party on, dudes!
One thing led to another, and directions got all fouled up. And
we were going to bingo parlor at the YMCA. Well, one thing led to another, and the instructions got all fouled up.
But anyway, Biden's out here doing shit like this.
The US president, the cognitively impaired Joe Biden, who has dodged serious questions from serious journalists.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Has decided to sit down for an interview with this character.
Day 66, being a girl, and today I'm in nature.
Damn, nature! You're scary!
I love them. Water, lakes, I love them. Heels, they're my hiking heels. I love them. Okay, come on.
What the fuck?
Yes, that's the person the leader of the free world chose to interview him. Let's have a look at how it went.
Do you think states should have a right to ban gender-affirming health care?
I don't think any state or anybody should have the right to do that. As a moral question and as a legal question. I just think it's wrong.
Oh dear. Biden also sat down with the ultra-Democrat-friendly MSNBC in recent days, and he was asked a most predictable question, whether he would seek a second term.
My intention to run again. And we have time to make that decision.
Dr. Biden is for it. Mr. President. Oh.
Dr. Biden thinks that, my wife thinks that
Things didn't improve when Joe hit the campaign trail.
the right that I pushed hard and it finally got changed. The married couples in the privacy of their bedroom, I'm thinking about the Dobbs decision. Imagine, well, I'll get to that in a second.
He said, the right that I pushed hard and I finally got changed to marry couples in the privacy of their bedroom.
Hey now.
And then he said, I'm talking about the Dobbs decision, but the Dobbs decision is about abortion, not marriage in bedrooms or otherwise. That man is so clearly unfit for office. How much longer are we going to pretend otherwise?
Meanwhile, aren't we on the brink of World War III?
Let's say China.
Aren't we on the brink of a food supply chain issue? Aren't we on the brink of out-of-control energy prices? Aren't we in the middle of the highest inflation and going to get tons worse as they hyperinflate more and more as a country and as a currency?
This is Fed Week. Come Wednesday, we're going to hear about monetary policy, and it's going to be more bullshit, dog shit, cat shit, hippo shit, monkey shit, reptile shit, whale shit, whatever kind of shit you want to talk about. We're going to hear again how great everything is. Our economy is doing great. It's progressing at a moderate pace, and then we're going to hear another thing. Listen for this. In fact, it might even start today more so. We've already started seeing a little bit of this. Inflation's getting better. Inflation's getting better. This is a complete falsehood. Inflation is not getting better. By the Federal Reserve's own measure, inflation has nowhere to go but worse. Okay, it's going to get worse moving forward. You know, their favorite indicator, consumer expenditures. Okay, lovely. And on top of that, as we know, the economy continues to crater, and every single forward-looking economic indicator, okay, every one of them, is pointing towards more problems moving forward. Duh. Okay, so you and I got that covered, but that's what they're going to do.
Right now, do we have a lot of shit going on? Well, this is what he's sitting here doing. And then, of course, when he was asked if he was going to run again, he's not sure how he's supposed to answer that. He wasn't given that cue card yet. So he's like, so between him and what else is going on? You got division galore being propagandized everywhere, I see.
An evil king growing, spreading in our midst. Shout! Shout! Shout out his name!
You got Hillary Clinton denouncing all the conspiracy theorists and judging them all as this dangerous, crazy man that attacked Nancy Pelosi's husband, and how everyone should be dealt with, you know, because when you see things like that, first of all, you got to realize that the story being put forth, there's always more to it. And when you see people being judged in groups like that and lumped together, same as the January 6th bullshit, you know you've got propaganda that you're looking at. And, of course, anytime they open their mouths, you know it as well. But the division continues to be fueled because the midterms are almost here. And shortly thereafter, I would say the beginning of all hell breaking loose, whether it'll be in the market or energy prices or the food supply chain or, you know, some kind of false flag attack or, you know, the fueling of the war, whatever it may be, you know, something EMP attack, whatever, blaming it on Russia, you know, whatever it may be. Will be after the midterms, which here is November 8th in this country.
People!
Who cares about this stupid election? Do you really think it's going to change anything around here? Make one single person smarter, or happier, or nicer? The only person it does matter to is the one who gets elected. The same pathetic charade happens every year, and everyone makes the same pathetic promises. Don't vote for me. Who cares? Don't vote at all.
And that, of course, is when people will start to really feel the fuel prices, as they already have in Europe, because this is, of course, how they do things. And the current administration is not going to start rocking the boat at this point. At the midterm elections, and then, of course, when it comes down time for the 4-year elections 2 years from now, you will see even more nonsense continue, depending upon what's going on in the world. But, you know, when you look at things like Hillary Clinton's statement about conspiracy theorists, how they're all fueling hate, lumping people together, and then you see this nonsensical story of Pelosi's husband getting attacked, and you know, if you're not questioning things like that and realizing that, just like the January 6th event, and myself as an apolitical, non-believer in politics or government can see, it is about pitting one side against the other and creating this a hatred and division that's going to continue to be used to keep people's attention on each other.
No, poo-poo.
As opposed to coming together and realizing the common theme of not complying with our own enslavement, the loss of freedoms, the loss of privacy, the overreach of government in all of its aspects is what we should be uniting upon. An old tactic, but useful and successful. The old divide and conquer.
Now I'd like to talk about a few things that bring us together, okay? Things that emphasize our similarities instead of our differences, which is all you ever hear about in this country, is our differences. It's all they ever talk about. Politicians and the media always pushing the things that separate us, things that make us different. That's the way the ruling class operates in any society. They divide the rest of the people. They keep the lower and the middle classes fighting with each other so that they, the rich, can run off with all the fucking money. Fairly simple thing. Fairly simple thing happens to work. Anything that's different about us, you know that's what they're pushing at you. Racial differences, religious, ethnic, national backgrounds, jobs, income, education, social status, sexuality, anything they can do to keep us fighting with each other so that they can keep going to the bank. You know how I describe the economic and social classes in this country? The upper class keeps all of the money, pays none of the taxes. The middle class pays all of the taxes, does all of the work. The poor are there just to scare the shit out of the middle class. Keep them showing up at those jobs.
So on the flip side, you have Elon Musk being given Twitter to run as fit.
I didn't understand what you said.
I see as he sees fit. And of course, returning free speech and things like that, which is all great, I'm not saying it isn't. I don't trust Twitter. It's nothing more than a data mining program. And I was, had my account taken off of there years ago. But if my account is restored, I'll probably use it to send, my videos around, but not as a communicatory device to go back and forth and say, yeah, well, fuck you, man. Oh, yeah, well, this is what you think and this is what I think. And because it's a waste of energy. But, good for reaching people. I did have a few thousand followers on that. So if it ends up coming back and I can get into my account again, I'll use it. But doesn't mean I trust it. Doesn't mean I think good old Elon's in charge and he's got us and, he'll take care of it. And, he's like everyone else, like a Trump, an external hero that they want people to put their faith into. But the bottom line is, it is all a directed effort to get people to put their faith in external heroes as opposed to having the realization that they're going to have to be the ones themselves to save their own day. So, Elon Musk now being in control of Twitter, to me, is not some win that we can just sit back and say, see, the good guys are winning. And, again, I see it as a data mining operation, whether he even knows it or not. And a platform where now they want people to voice opinions that are opposing to the narrative and start to paint them to the other side as, just as Hillary Clinton did, extremists and dangerous conspiracy theorists spewing hate that must not be allowed to get away. Of course, she's calling for punishment or retribution or retaliation against a large group of people being lumped together and judged by the actions of one person. That is a story I don't even fucking believe, talking about Pelosi's husband. And we'll have the decency to wait and see how, it comes together. But the reality of it is, to me, looks exactly like it is. some kind of propaganda being spewed to cause division. When you have someone like Clinton chiming in and advocating for such division. Like I said, right at the very time you have Elon Musk now buying Twitter and being in charge of Twitter as a CEO and removing all the fact checkers and letting people debate without censorship and post information without, having their free speech stifled and things like that, where the sides are being fueled. Each side seems to me to be being fueled at the same exact time, because that is the ultimate goal of current government, to keep people occupied arguing with each other, one side waiting for external heroes while the other side points the finger and blames everything that goes on in the world at the other side. And of course each doing the same, and this constant battle of he said, she said.
No, po-po.
And realize how dangerous the coming together of people would be to the powers that should not be, which is why this game that they play never ends. This divide and rule propaganda, the false flags, the projection of fear, the manipulation, the division is constantly being pumped out because they can't stop. It terrifies them to think that people might even think about coming together in the realization of how they've been duped over the past few years, to the point where, it's time to cause suffering to get people, and bring about lack to get people to change their focus and start worrying about their own survival rather than, the lies they've been fed. And that's something government has no problem doing and has done for eons. So, anyway, I think I've rambled on enough. I think I'll about leave it there and start making my way back through these beautiful woods on this gorgeous fall day. And again to say, hope all is well. And we will see you on the next one. Get learning, get speaking.